The conclave to select a new pope is set to begin in just a few moments. The word conclave, well, it essentially means with a key, which is fitting because soon the doors of the Sistine Chapel will close and a very selective process, a secretive process will begin. All of us, well, we will essentially be without a key, but we're going to give you some insight now. What you are going to see soon is all 133 cardinals from across the globe making their way to the Sistine Chapel in a procession. It's one of the many centuries-old rituals of the conclave. This group is known as the cardinal electors. They're the ones who are under the age of 80 who will be voting. They're going to be singing the Litany of Saints, which asks the saints to pray for them as they prepare to cast their votes for the next leader of the Catholic Church. We do expect one vote today, and after that, we'll either see black smoke or white smoke, though in modern times, we haven't seen white smoke on day one, so that would be extraordinary. Now, this year's conclave is going to be the biggest and the most geographically diverse in the Catholic faith's history. We have a team live now at the Vatican with more on all this, including NBC's Ann Thompson and Vatican analyst George Weigel. But we are going to start with NBC Nightly News anchor Lester Holt. Lester, good to have you with us. Just set the scene for us. You've covered these before, but what's it like as we prepare to see something that we haven't seen in 12 years?
Well, if you think about it, all roads, everything we've seen over the last couple of weeks leading up to this solemn moment when they will go in the Sistine Chapel, cut off from the rest of the world, and choose the next leader of the Catholic Church. I spent some time down on the square this morning talking to people who, for the most part, didn't know their vacation would coincide with this historic moment. But at the same time, they're delighted to be there. They're asking about where will we see the Pope, when should we look for the smoke. Some of those questions we can't answer right now, obviously, in terms of the timing, how long this will go. I am joined by Ann Thompson right now and George Weigel. And let me start with you by talking about everything we're seeing here. Everything we've seen over the last couple of weeks is essentially prescribed. There is an ancient roadmap to how these things are done.
Absolutely. And now we're seeing the cardinal electors process from the Pauline Chapel into the Sistine Chapel. And as they do that, Lester, they are chanting the Litany of Saints. And I think it's one of the most beautiful and moving parts of this entire ceremony. And then they will go into the Sistine Chapel, and under those spectacular frescoes of Michelangelo, they will swear an oath of secrecy. And they will take their places at their tables, and then everyone will be ordered out. And then after that, the papal preacher will offer a meditation lasting 5 to 10 minutes. He will lead, and then the voting begins. And the ballots are paper. They handwrite who they select, and then they fold that paper in half, take it up to the front of the Sistine Chapel, swear an oath, and then put it in the urn that you will see. They had pictures of the urn earlier today. And it's very prescribed. I think what people would be surprised to learn is they don't talk. It's prayer and silence. There are no speeches. It's not a smoke-filled room. This is a very spiritual process that I think sometimes gets missed.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.